It's only a matter of weeks until the magnificent four-time Group 1 winning European champion Roaring Lion graces the paddocks of the historic Cambridge stud for the first time. I caught up recently with Henry Plumtree to find out why he's such a good fit for Australasian breeders in his first season.
Roaring Lion near side, the Lion roars a Sandown. But he's not going to get to Roaring Lion, and the Lion really roars today.
Give me a lion roar, give me some claws.
And it's Saxon Warrior, Roaring Lion, the arch rivals. Roaring Lion gets up to win it.
Eat you alive, digest you, feel you inside.
But Roaring Lion, the star of the season.
Well, Henry, obviously Cambridge stud is, you're really looking to build up your stallion ranks and obviously broodmares as well. But so exciting to have a new stallion such as Roaring Lion from that great El Prado, the Medaglia d'Oro family, sire line, the Saddler's World sire line. Tell me what's so attractive for him being in New Zealand for the next season?
We weren't looking for another horse this year, Caroline. Off the back of Al Manzul last year, I think we felt that this might be a year of consolidation because we're rebuilding the stud. But as so often happens in the horse industry, opportunity has to be taken when it presents itself. And Brennan and Joe had met David Redvers in Japan and were invited to Champions Day at Ascot by Qatar Racing, and happened to be there when Roaring Lion won his fourth consecutive Group 1. And Brendan rang me the following day, pretty excited, and said, "This is a horse that we've got to have." And then we went into negotiations with David and with Sheikh Fahd, and eventually managed to secure the southern rights about a month ago. And we felt that whilst it might be, it's going to be a tough year in terms of getting everything done, building the stud and getting the stands going, probably the timing wasn't perfect, but at the end of the day, I've got a good team there, good team of young people selling noms for us. Scott Calder, who was an ex-flying starter and Coolmore man. We've taken on a young fellow called Cameron Ring, who did the Irish National Stud course, and I think we feel ready to go out and sell a horse like that. And to be honest, the response since we announced him has been fantastic. So he's not going to be a hard sell in the first year, I don't think. Nor should he be. He's a world champion 3-year-old. He's got a beautiful pedigree. And as you mentioned, the El Prado thing for me was important. I had Medaglia d'Oro at Godolphin, and he was a phenomenal stallion in both countries. So I really like that cross. I think it's pretty powerful. It's very big on turf as well. So we're pretty excited.
I mean, but quite incredible, as you say, that the Group 1s, the 4 Group 1s, the Eclipse, the Juddmonte International, the Irish Champion, and then capped off, of course, on Champions Day with the Queen Elizabeth. But also, the dam side, a street sense mare, so you get that wonderful Street Cry blood that you know so well as well coming through. Yeah, and Street Cry's he's been a great influence both in America and in Australia. I mean, I think on the bottom line at Godolphin, a lot of our mares had Street Cry in them at the end of it. It's been a very strong influence for us in Australia, and I don't think it's just a lovely thing to have in a pedigree. It works really well, and it's a strong family. It's quite a quick family. Surprisingly, he ran most of his career. He was best at 2,000 metres, but the turn of foot there was probably telling me he might have been more of a miler. And I'm not just saying that for marketing purposes. If you see the horse, that's what he looks like. He's beautifully put together, he's strong, got a good hind quarter. Now we're very excited about him. And just a magnificent looking horse in terms of not just the grey, but also the masculinity. I mean, he's one of those horses that looks a real bull, doesn't he? Yeah, he is, Caroline. We spent a week at December sales, and we went and saw him 2 or 3 times during the sales. He was being paraded at Longhold Stud for the UK breeders. I reckon he was out 250 times a day, and for 5 days solidly, and he never turned a hair. So he had an amazing temperament. And John Gosden, his trainer, said to us, every time I asked him a question, he just stepped up. He ate, he slept, he went to the races, he won, he came home, did the same thing. That's a great start. Temperament's such a big thing.